Democrat twerps rush to protect pedo perps. Democrats who are against a bill that would ban biological men from K through 12 women's sports have a new head-scratching reason to be against it. According to the left, such a bill to protect girls from predators would actually create even more predators. Roll it.
To have the federal government weigh in aggressively and sanction this type of invasive inspections clearly would create a situation where childhood predators would be unleashed on the children of this country.
Categorical bans like this one harm all girls and are invasive and impossible to implement.
Republicans who have voted consistently against the Violence Against Women Act now want to pretend today that they care about women. And why? To open up gender and, yes, genital examinations into little girls in this country.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. So that's their talking point. Suddenly Dems love the word invasive, and they're going to use it to describe everything except when it comes to dudes invading women's safe spaces. Their dishonest reasoning is that pedos would somehow be inspecting minors' genitals to confirm that they are indeed biologically female. Now, if you're worried about that, what does that say about your faith in the system that you're defending? Besides, nowhere in the bill does it state that girls or women would be subjected to these exams. So you're kind of disgusting. Even more, you don't have to be a doctor to guess what sex Leah Thomas is, but feel free to ask her to turn her head and cough. Make it quick, though. That thing could put your eye out. Kat, how crazy is this rationale that more predators will be created by a bill to protect girls from dudes in locker rooms?
Well, the way that AOC talks, I watched that clip several times. I kept rewinding it because I think that there's a way to, or maybe you disagree with it or you don't think the government should be involved or this or that, but she says the reason the GOP wants this is because of genital examination.
Yes.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
And I was like, did she really say that? And I rewound it, and she did. I think that is one hell of an accusation to make, that the reason for this law, there could be no way that you would potentially have a reason for wanting sports to be limited to biological sex because of the way that puberty can provide certain advantage for males or any scientific reason. No reason at all. The reason is that you want to look at kids' that's to me just totally unhinged. And she said it was predatory.
Yeah.
and all these kinds of. I wish we could just have conversations with each other because that's just. I would like to know, does she really believe that or not?
No, I think that she believed it because the way she was saying it, but I agree with you. It just makes no sense to me. Michael Loftus, you often impersonate a doctor to examine your fellow hobos.
Yeah, it's a side hustle.
It really is. It really is.
Yeah. Open up a can of beans and make sure that prostate's okay.
Do you, but like, as Kat brings up, do you believe that they believe that, or is this just one of the most insane?
It hurts your brain. The whole thing is like a huge Shakespearean reenactment of an Abbott and Costello routine, right? Where like, we want to keep guys out of women's locker room. We want to keep women out of guys' locker room. That's what we want too. Well, who's going to look at their genitals? He will. Who's he? They are. Where are they? There's he, she in the locker room. That's what I'm trying to find out.
Well, I think
done.
I think what troubles me with all this is growing up, I'm 62, growing up when I did, the words we heard was tolerance. Now, so much of what's happening in the culture is the failure to endorse is called being a hater.
Right.
I have a friend who is a child, a girl facing a transgender competitor swimmer, and he was called a hater. And the question that we discussed is the fact that he is raising this question, does that mean he is a hater, or is he simply failing to endorse something because he has questions about it?
Yes.
And that's been the cultural change.
Yeah, it is a compulsory belief, right? It's like, if you don't agree with this, you are a hater. But what if you, I don't want to use your pronouns.
And he's also concerned about his little girl's viability to compete.
Yeah.
And that is not him saying, I hate these people and I want them harmed, which I think most of us would agree was terrible. But I think that when you go in the period of a few decades from tolerance to the desire for endorsement, that is where what you're talking about happens, where their conversation can't be had.
Yeah, you can't say, I disagree with it, I don't want it, and go, well, you hate them. Tyrus, you got kids playing sports.
Yeah.
What do you make of their justification?
Well, first of all, they said they would release the predators on the kids. Well, you kind of already did that when you gave men the ability to claim to be a woman to go into a bathroom where women are at. So you kind of already did that. It's a disgrace to the trans community because it's not them, it's about trans activists. And what AOC was doing was she was just making sure that she's still going to get her check, you know, from the people that endorse her, because that's what this is all about. Jeffries couldn't even spit it out. It's laughable. If you can play in boys' sports, okay? We saw what happened with the swimmer. He wasn't that great. He finished, I think he was ranked 72nd.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, he decides to transition and he can win. That's not because he was inside fighting to be a girl. No, he had the same problem that a lot of men have. He had an extreme ego problem and he found a loophole. And men are accepting. We don't care who comes in our bathroom. We don't care who comes in our locker room. We don't.
That's funny, it's true.
We're in there to get in and out. There's no conversations in our bathroom.
Yeah.
No one says, hey, Greg, your hair looks great, unless the conversation's going somewhere else.
I rarely talk in the bathroom.
No one does, unless it's something else.
Yes. All right, coming up, the views demoralized since Trump got normalized.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.